Okay, good day, ladies and gentlemen. So in the last video, we looked at how we would create a file and write data to it. In this video, we're just going to look at how we read data from a file. Okay, so the first thing we need to see is that we need to make sure we're opening the file in the right mode. So the last one was W for writing, but this time we want to open it as R for reading. Once I've done that, I can now read my file just like it's a normal list. So I can type something like this. If I just show you what information is in my file, so there's hello world from Mr. Sala 1234. Okay, so now I can do this, for line in F. So F is the name of my file. I want to print each line. To stop and press run. And now you can see in my code at the bottom here, hello world from Mr. Sala 1234. Okay, now you can see that we've got these gaps in the middle of each one, and that's caused by the fact that there is a new line character at the end of each string, plus print automatically puts a new line character at the end of each string. So let's just tell print not to put a new line character at the end of each string. And now let's just run that again. And now that looks slightly more correct. So hello world from Mr. Sala 1234. Okay, so I've opened my file. I've looped through my file basically by saying for each line in F, and then I get each line. Okay, a couple of things I might like to do then is I might want to build up an array. So for instance, maybe I'll have a file called, so if I right click, copy, paste this file and call this new scores, or call this my scores. Okay, and the scores are going to be the high scores of the last two players. So player 1 scored 1001, player 2 scored 2002. Okay, save that. So now, instead of opening up the data file, I want to open up the scores file. And what I'm going to do is just change the path to be scores. Okay, and now if I press run, you can see that I've loaded both of these scores into this line variable. So if I have a new scores list, and then I can say new scores dot append each line, but we have to remember that these are strings, and if I'm talking about a score, I'm probably want them to be converted into an integer. And then finally print new scores here, and I'm just going to comment out this line so it makes it a little bit easier to read. Here's my list of scores that have been read from a file, just by reading it through the open, looping through the file, and then appending each file to each line of the file to a list. Okay, so those two short videos basically walk you through everything you need to know of the fundamentals of file handling. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.